The power of small wins. Day 2. The power of small wins. Welcome to the 1% Better series. Today, you don't need to accomplish something extraordinary. You only need to collect one small victory. Yesterday, you learned that every great transformation begins with one decision. Today, you'll discover something even more powerful. Small wins change the way you see yourself. Most people spend their lives waiting for one big moment. A promotion. A breakthrough. A lucky opportunity. A life-changing event. They believe that one incredible day will finally give them confidence. But confidence doesn't usually arrive after a huge victory. It grows because of many small victories. Imagine climbing a mountain. If all you do is stare at the summit, the journey feels impossible. The distance seems overwhelming. You begin to question yourself. You wonder if you are strong enough. You wonder if you'll ever make it. Now imagine changing your focus. Instead of looking at the top, you simply look at the next step. Suddenly, the impossible becomes manageable. One step. Then another. Then another. Before you realize it, you're standing somewhere you never thought you could reach. Life works exactly the same way. The biggest dreams are achieved through the smallest actions. One chapter read. One healthy meal. One workout completed. One difficult conversation. One promise kept. Those moments may seem insignificant. But your brain notices every single one of them. Every time you finish something you said you would do, your mind receives a message. I keep my promises. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, your identity becomes a little stronger. This is why small wins matter. They don't simply improve your results. They improve your self-image. And your self-image influences every decision you make afterward. Think about a child learning to ride a bicycle. No one expects perfection on the first attempt. They wobble. They fall. They stand up again. Then one day, they ride for 5 seconds. Only 5. To an adult, that seems tiny. To the child, it's everything. Because those 5 seconds prove something. Progress is possible. That's what a small win does. It gives you evidence. Evidence that you're growing. Evidence that you're capable. Evidence that tomorrow can be better than today. Most people quit too early because they ignore those tiny victories. They only celebrate huge achievements. They say, I'll be proud when I lose 30 pounds. I'll celebrate after I earn more money. I'll feel successful when I reach my goal. But why wait? Why ignore the hundreds of victories happening along the way? Celebrate the workout. Celebrate the discipline. Celebrate the courage. Celebrate showing up. Because every celebration reinforces the habit. And every habit builds the person you're becoming. Imagine building a brick wall. One brick doesn't look impressive. Neither does the second. Or the 10th. But after hundreds of bricks, a strong wall stands where empty space once existed. Success is built exactly like that. One brick at a time. One decision at a time. One small victory at a time. Never underestimate today's progress simply because it feels small. The tallest tree in the forest was once a tiny seed that refused to stop growing. And today, you're planting another seed. Every small victory creates momentum. Momentum is one of the most powerful forces in life. It begins quietly, almost invisibly. But once it starts, it becomes easier to keep moving. Think about pushing a heavy car. The first few inches are the hardest. You use all your strength. Every muscle works. It barely moves. But once the wheels begin to turn, something changes. The movement becomes smoother. The effort becomes lighter. The same thing happens with your habits. Starting is always the hardest part. Not because you're weak, but because your mind is trying to protect what feels familiar. The familiar feels safe, even when it isn't helping you grow. That's why so many people stay where they are. Not because they're incapable, but because they've become comfortable with staying the same. Growth asks you to become uncomfortable. Only for a little while. Then that discomfort becomes your new normal. Think about the first day you learned something difficult. Maybe it was driving a car, learning a language, playing an instrument, or starting a new job. Everything felt confusing. Everything required effort. Every small success mattered. You didn't become confident before you practiced. You became confident because you practiced. Confidence is always the result, never the starting point. The same is true with discipline. No one is born disciplined. People become disciplined by making one good decision after another. The first decision is difficult. The second becomes a little easier. The third feels more natural. Eventually, the habit becomes part of who you are. That's the hidden power of small wins. They slowly change your identity. One healthy choice tells your brain, I take care of myself. One completed task says, I finish what I start. One difficult conversation says, I have courage. One early morning says, I value my future more than my comfort. Those messages matter. Because your brain is always listening. Every action answers one silent question. Who am I becoming? The answer is never found in your intentions. It's found in your behavior. Imagine two people. Both want to write a book. The first spends years talking about it, planning, researching, waiting for inspiration. The second writes one page every day. Some days the page is great. Some days it isn't. But they keep writing. 1 year later, who has the manuscript? Not the person with the best intentions. The person with the best consistency. Life rewards consistency far more often than intensity. Anyone can feel motivated for one day. Almost anyone can work hard for one weekend. But showing up every day, even when no one is watching, that's where transformation begins. Don't chase perfection. Perfection creates pressure. Pressure creates fear. Fear creates procrastination. Instead, chase progress. Progress creates confidence. Confidence creates action. Action creates momentum. And momentum creates extraordinary results. The beautiful thing about small wins is that they are available every single day. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need extraordinary talent. You simply need one decision. Maybe today your victory is waking up earlier. Maybe it's drinking more water. Maybe it's taking a walk. Maybe it's finishing a task you've been avoiding. Maybe it's forgiving yourself for yesterday, and deciding to begin again today. Every one of those victories counts. Never say, it's too small. Small doesn't mean unimportant. Small means repeatable. And repeatable actions change lives. Ask yourself a simple question. What small victory can I earn today, not tomorrow? Not next month. Today. Because today's small victory is tomorrow's confidence. Imagine looking back at your life 5 years from now. What story do you want to tell? Will you say, I kept waiting for the perfect moment? Or will you say, I started with what I had, The future isn't created by dramatic moments. It's created by ordinary days that are lived with intention. One decision. One habit. One small victory at a time. Think about a river. A river doesn't become powerful overnight. It flows every single day. It never rushes. It never gives up. Drop by drop, it shapes valleys. It carves mountains. It transforms entire landscapes. Your daily actions work the same way. Each small win may seem insignificant today, but together, they become unstoppable. Many people believe success belongs to the most talented. History tells a different story. Again and again, the people who succeed are often the ones who simply refused to quit. They kept showing up. They kept learning. They kept improving. One small step after another. Your future self doesn't need you to be perfect. Your future self needs you to be consistent. That's where real confidence comes from. Not from knowing everything. Not from never making mistakes. But from knowing, no matter what happens, you will keep moving forward. Imagine waking up 1 year from today. Imagine realizing that every tiny effort mattered. Every early morning. Every workout. Every chapter you read. Every healthy choice. Every difficult conversation. Every promise you kept. Together, they created a completely different version of you. Not because you changed overnight. Because you never stopped improving. Remember, great buildings are built one brick at a time. Great forests grow one tree at a time. Great journeys happen one step at a time. And great lives are built one small victory at a time. Never underestimate what one good day can do. One good day becomes two. Two become a week. A week becomes a month. A month becomes a year. One day, people will look at your life and call you lucky. They'll admire your discipline, your confidence, your achievements. But you'll know the truth. It wasn't luck. It wasn't magic. It was consistency. It was choosing one small win, again, and again, and again. So don't leave today without earning a victory. No matter how small. Make your bed. Finish the task. Take the walk, read the page. Drink the water. Make the phone call. Start the project. Keep the promise. Every small win tells your mind, I'm becoming stronger. Every small win whispers, I'm capable. Every small win reminds you, my future is changing. And one day, those whispers become your identity. You'll stop saying, I hope I can. You'll start saying, I know I can. Because you've built proof. Proof through action. Proof through discipline. Proof through consistency. Today, don't chase a perfect life. Chase one meaningful victory. Tomorrow, earn another. The next day, earn one more. That's how confidence grows. That's how discipline is built. That's how dreams become reality. 1% better. One small win. Every single day. Thank you for being here today. Tomorrow, we'll continue this journey together. Day 3. Stop waiting for motivation. Until then, keep collecting small wins. They are changing your life, even if you can't see it yet.